guys, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to talk about projectl and the controversy regarding that game so far. You see, the homeboy Dr. Blue went ahead and made a really good video on this topic, talking about the importance of motion controls and his opinions on the matter. And that's what I'm gonna want from you guys in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about motion control. During the gameplay reveal, they said they were adopting an easy to pick up but hard to master philosophy for their game, something similar to what Dragon Ball FighterZ did.
For projectl, we're embracing the easy to learn, hard to master mentality.
So if you're unfamiliar with motion controls, essentially this is like your quarter circle forward motions, your quarter circle backs, so on and so forth. A lot of fighting games have really crazy motion controls that can be seen as a bit of a bar to entry for a lot of new players. Now, fighting game enthusiasts lost their mind when they heard this. A bunch of people were like, what? Easier controls? You're making my fighting game easy to play? Shame on you! While the other half of the community, myself included, didn't really care. And let me tell you why. I'm gonna use my brother's experience as a reference point for this conversation, because my brother really, to this day, still wants to get into fighting games. He loves the idea of them, but he never really quite got into it because the controls were too hard. Doing certain command grabs, doing DPs, doing all of these different motion controls in the middle of a battle when all your adrenaline is pumping led to a lot of dropped combos, led to a lot of mistakes, and most of all, led to a lot of frustration. Now here's the thing, this led to a bunch of people, my brother included, to just dropping the game and picking up something else. You see, you gotta understand, when you say yes to spending your time on something, you say no to spending your time on everything else. And in a world where people have responsibilities, they have jobs, they have kids, they have school, they have all these things they need to do, they might only have 30 minutes to an hour in order to play a game, like my brother for example. Most fighting game enthusiasts don't even want to spend time in training mode in order to practice. They don't really want to lab things. Sure, you have lab monsters, but most people just hop right into ranked. And many casual players are the same way. Many casual players, when they play a game, they want to get into the fun of things. They want to hop online. They're not trying to go into training mode. And you can't necessarily blame them. So when they hop online and they get destroyed, they rather just opt in order to use their time on a game that's more familiar to them, instead playing something like Fortnite, Battlefield, Call of Duty, in any of those games, rather than having to go into training mode, practice against a bot, just to learn basic inputs. It's a massive, daunting time investment that they rather just spend elsewhere. And you can't really blame them, even when fighting game enthusiasts themselves tend to hop online as well, rather than training mode. So if a game has the ability to make the barrier to entry a lot easier for people, then I say go for it. And you know, I'm of the belief that a lot of people like to feel special in some kind of way, right? They like to feel like they're part of a select group. So when you have a game like Guilty Gear Strive, before it came out, you had a lot of Guilty Gear Strive enthusiasts who were like, nah man, you Dragon Ball FighterZ players are gonna have a hard time putting in real fighting game inputs. And then the game comes out, and those same people are commenting on my Strive combos and other people's Strive combo videos, saying, these combos are too hard, I can't pull these off. When they're easier than a basic Dragon Ball B&B. A game with typical fighting game inputs has easier combos and more brain-dead combos, even for advanced combos, than a basic Dragon Ball B&B. Now, I'm not saying that in order to belittle any group of people. Rather, instead to show that fighting games can have depth in a different way than motion controls. A fighting game doesn't need to rely on motion controls in order to make its game difficult. And I think that's something that Dragon Ball FighterZ does really well. Dragon Ball FighterZ introduces depth and difficulty in a way that doesn't necessarily seem readily apparent. You're able to do basic combos really easily for a newer player. It's an easy to pick up game. But if you want to, you can get into those super ridiculous combos that you see in montages sometimes that are extremely hard to master. So I think this game philosophy that projectl is following is really the way of the future for fighting games. And honestly, if we want fighting games to be more successful, if we want fighting games to be less niche, then we have to adopt this philosophy along with the developers. Invite new people into fighting games. Let them partake in this beautiful community that we have. And stop with the elitism that's completely unnecessary and totally unwarranted. Especially when a lot of those elitists are complaining that certain easy Guilty Gear combos are really hard. And like Dr. Blue said, just play, just have fun, enjoy the game. If the game is good, it'll be enjoyable without difficult motion controls. But that's just my thoughts on the topic, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe for daily content and check out these videos next. As always, thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.